Hello, hello, hello. In this video, answers to a question about my bet you can't lose and my view on what's my odds. And it all starts right now. Welcome back, amigos. I got this question from Mary in the comments about my bet you can't lose system. It's kind of hard to show it in a game because it's one shot hit and run system. I may use it 3 or 4 times in an afternoon while I'm at the casino. I really don't consider it a system, just something that I have been doing in the casino for a while now. It's not a big money maker, but it's surprising how it adds up over time. Let me just tell you about one example. I quite often take a bus trip with a friend to Caesars Casino. That's about 2.5 hours away from home. First off, I have $3,000 in my pocket. I hope I won't need it all. I have been using the same $3,000 for a long time now, and it served me many times over and over, the same $3,000. When we arrive at this casino, I know they only have one $50 minimum table, and it's pretty nearly always open, so I can walk right up and sit right down and make myself at home. And all the time while I'm doing this, I'm saying to myself, I bet you can't lose, I bet you can't lose. I sit down at the table and buy in for $2,000, and without looking at the scoreboard, I bet $50 on banker. I have my pattern of banker, banker, player, banker, banker, player. That's my 6 bets. I bet you can't lose all 6 bets right here, right now, this very spot in this shoe. I am aware of how dumb this sounds, and it is, but I have never lost doing this yet. Notice I said yet. I fully expect someday it's going to hit me, but for this particular trick, I am way ahead of the game. Let's bring up the simulator and see if I can show you a couple examples. We'll have to guess at a spot in the shoe as to where I would be walking up to the table, but let's give it a try. Okay, here we are in a random game. Get me down in the corner here. And well, let's just pick a random game here. And, all right, we're on 22. It must have been set there from last. Let's just deal the game there and see where we're at. Okay, we got one banker there, so now I'm going to bet my pattern, banker, banker, player, banker, banker, player, and I'm betting that I can't lose, coming in right here, right now. So, first bet is banker, and I win. All done. Up and gone from here. Let's just pick a couple more random game of just stuff. So this time here, we've got 31 players. Let's go to 31. And 31. Okay, and deal game. Where are we at here? One banker there, so here's where I start. Banker, right, hit time, first time. All right, so let's go to another random game. Try to show as much as I can here, Mary. It kind of comes up real short here, but anyways, let's see here. They've got 41 players this time, so let's just go to 20. 20, and deal game. All right, so here we go. It's got one banker there. Let's see where we go. Another banker. We're done again already. I think you're getting the idea of what I do, but it's not always this lucky. Let's pick another one here. Random game. And we got 42 this time, so let's go to 21. 21. And deal game, see where we're at. All right, we got two players. That's definitely what I don't like. That's the opposite to my pattern there. Player, player, banker, player, player, banker. But I don't care. When I walk in, I just go with whatever's going. So here we go. I'm getting banker. And I'm wrong. And I'm betting banker. And I win. There we go. I think that's about the best I can explain that. What's the odds? I said I would give my opinion on what I figure the odds are for me. But first and foremost, remember, there are no guarantees in any system. I am still gambling. Let's talk about the odds of me winning. That's what I'm interested in, my odds of winning. Not what somebody on the internet thinks. Not what some mathematician has figured out in some mile-long equations. I want to know what I see as a good bet or a bad bet. I know they can give some fantastic numbers proving this and that. I only have one answer for all of them. I don't care. It's not their money I'm putting up, it's mine. Okay, let's start with my favorite game, Baccarat. To start with, they have some fractional numbers. The banker has this fractional advantage over the player. For my thinking, rubbish. This average stuff comes from the casino. A warning, do not believe anything the casino tells you. They are after your money, and they are very smart at it. I know that over 1,000 hands or shoes, the banker will come out slightly ahead. But I'm only interested in what the next hand is going to be, banker or player. There is one other thing that messes up the numbers, and that is ties. The mathematicians have to figure in so many ties out of 1,000 hands, and that changes the numbers somewhat. For myself, I don't count any ties. I pretend they're not even there. Therefore, I'm right back to my 50-50. If you want to break that into the fractions, I say go ahead, and there again, I don't care. The casino will try to convince me to bet on ties, pairs, tigers, pandas, whatever. There again, don't believe anything the casino tells you. Remember, they want your money, all of your money. Okay, that's my opinion, and that means for me, the next hand is still 50-50. It doesn't matter what has gone on before, how many players or how many bankers. The next hand is 50-50. For a demonstration, I'm going to use my bet you can't lose so-called system as an example. Okay, so now I'm at the casino, walking up to a Baccarat table. This table will be dealing from a shoe that has 8 decks of cards. That will give you approximately 80 hands. I would not play past 70 hands. We'll just say 70 hands. I have a pattern of 6 that I'm going to play, starting right here, right now, this table, this shoe, and this spot in the game. It might be near the beginning somewhere, or it might be in the middle, or even later in the shoe. Whatever. What are my odds? Here it is, my thinking, my opinion only. Okay, first off, this shoe might not even have an exact opposite pattern in the entire shoe. Lots of shoes don't. In that case, it would be impossible for me to lose this time. I would have no way of knowing that, of course. But then again, there are lots of shoes with an exact opposite match to my pattern. So in this case again, what are my odds? First off, the casino has to win 6 in a row, and I only have to win 1. Then I'm done with this shoe, and I would be moving on. Second, I would have to start playing at the exact right spot for a matchup with the exact opposite pattern to mine for the casino to win. If I start one hand sooner or one hand later, the patterns won't match exactly, and I would still win. There are 70 hands, so 70 different places that I could start betting my 6-step pattern. So that means approximately 69 places that I would win, and 1 place the casino wins. You could say that I have a 69-1 advantage over the casino, approximately, but that would be leaving out the fact that a lot of the shoes don't even have that exact spot, exact opposite to my pattern in them anywhere. And if I was playing in one of those shoes, I couldn't lose even if I wanted to. That's why I always say to myself when I walk up to the table, I bet you can't lose, I bet you can't lose. With that in mind, I figure I'm running somewhere around about 99% in my favor. But do remember, it's still gambling, but I like my odds. Maybe now would be a good time to answer a question about my martingale betting. I did for a long time play with 8-step martingale. After thinking long and hard about it, I decided to only go 6 steps, and here's why. When I start a bet, I only have to win once out of 8 tries. Pretty good. If I was to lose that first hand, now I have to win 1 out of 7 tries. Still not bad. If I lose that hand, now I have 1 in 6. Still okay, but let's say I lose the next 3 hands. Now I have to win 1 out of 3. The next hand is still 50-50. The cards don't know what's gone on before. Let's just say I lose the next hand also. Now the bets are getting really big, and I have to win 1 out of 2 tries. Terrible odds at a very high price. And the 8th bet becomes really stupid. Now the odds are in the casino's favor. I think you get my point. I have not lost with this method yet. But just know there are no guarantees of success with any system. I am still gambling. Know this, the casino does not, will not lose money. There are lots of people losing money. I'm just winning some of the money that they've lost. I know, that's clear as mud. I try. One more thing I should mention about the martingale betting. There is a way of betting martingale without risking so much cash. Let me just give you one quick little example here. Let's say I'm betting $5 on Banker. If I win, we just carry on betting $5 on each hand. Now let's say the next time I lose. Then for the next bet, I would have to martingale and bet double, so $10 I would be betting on Banker. I would also bet $5 on the opposite, on the player this time. Let's say the Banker wins. I would get my losing bet back. I break even, ready to start over. Using this bidding system, I only win if I win on the first bet. Of course the casinos know about this. That's why there are limits. One casino I go to won't allow you to bet on both Banker and player. And my friend sits in and he bets half on the opposite for me. I know someday they will stop us. It will be in my ebook coming out soon. I'm working on it, but I'm not a writer. That being said, I need to say a big thank you for hitting that like button and subscribing. We're almost at 1,000. Can you believe that? Unreal. Also, you guys buying me a coffee on Patreon and PayPal. Thank you. And I hope we can meet up in a casino near you when the casino's open, of course. I did put a link like you asked in the descriptions below. Stay safe out there. See you when the casino's open. Oh, I was heading to Vegas in May. I don't think that's going to happen now. Next chance I get for Vegas will be in August. That will be hot, hot, hot. Wait and see. Take it easy, guys. Talk to you later.